Come on, Jacko. Come on. Yes! Yes! Knock my... We are back! Like that! Oh my God! Yes!
It's official. It's officially official. Flag Mantle are back in town for 2025. We're not boring. We're not vanilla. We're fun. We're fun and dangerous. And look at anyone, because a Flag Mantle train is at the station and we're leaving for September.
All right, football lovers, welcome back to Overreaction Mondays after a wild in capitals, round 19, where we got stiff and it stayed stiff the whole round. What around football just witnessed so many stories, so many big games, more news breaking around the league, more news breaking around the world. I think we'll start off with a hello to you, of course, Ollie Gill, real deal Ollie Gill. How are you, my friend?
Mate, I'm very well. How are you?
Great, feeling buzzed, feeling really energized.
You'd be feeling great.
Feeling just one of the all-time weekends I've had.
Yeah.
We'll get into it, but let's start off with this thing that has everyone, unless you've been living under a rock, you didn't see this. The Coldplay Kiss Cam that busted the CEO from, I think it's Astronomer.
Yes.
Wow. Just so many layers to this that I want to peel back and talk about with you guys. What a way to get busted cheating on a global scale. So not only have you been busted cheating, you've been busted by Chris Martin at a Coldplay concert and then goes berserk on social media. So the whole world sees it. And not only were you busted cheating, like very obvious, you're on a kiss cam holding another woman by the waist swaying to Coldplay. And then you freak out and duck behind the glass. She turns her back. And Chris Martin pretty much said, okay, they're either like shy or they're having an affair. Turns out they're having an affair. One of the all-time content, I know it's very sad because it's someone's life, so I won't forget that. But just content-wise, all-time.
I can't believe how viral it's gone.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everyone, after this broke, so it broke on, say, like a Friday, every sporting team, event, stadium went with a kiss cam in light of it, and every fan in the world who was on a kiss cam over the weekend took the piss out of those two cheating on their partners, which is awesome. Because not only are you piece of shit, now the whole world knows piece of shit, and they're taking the piss out of you. Unbelievable. I feel so bad for the wives and I guess if she had a husband or partner, I feel really bad for them, the kids. That's a really sad bit. But I feel just really happy that it was exposed on a global scale. Got him so big. So big. So I really enjoyed that now. If you have been living on the rock, you don't know what happened. Astronomer Chief Executive Andy Byron's his name. He took his Chief People Officer, Kristen Cabot. So that's head of HR.
Yes.
Which, again, another layer to it. So you know it's not on, but you're taking the head of HR who normally would say, hey, I don't think like working relationships are a play on. But she's ahead. She's like, fuck it, I'm in. You take her, your head of HR, to a Coldplay concert to cheat and have a sing-along, have a dance, maybe a cheeky kiss here on there. You get busted. And then the whole world knows about it. So you just know, like the morning after this happens, Kristen, head of HR, like who calls her in? Because she can't call Andy and be like, hey, you won't believe this. We've been busted. The whole world knows about it.
Or does Andy call her in? You go, hey.
Yeah, look, you need to work this out. Yeah. It's not on me. You're head of HR. So you just know that office, like the Slack or the WhatsApp group, which that company uses, would have been going off all weekend, which is just, I just think about this so often. I have over the weekend been like, this is just a crazy situation where you go in the office the next day and your CEO is in his massive office and it's glassed and he's just pumping like Coldplay's like Fix You, Sparks, Yellow, like so many baggers, and everyone's like, oh no, we have to leave Andy alone. Like he's going to do some shit in there.
Yeah.
The whole office knows. Like it's just hilarious.
And the other thing would be whoever's underneath Andy would have seen that come out and you can hear it. He would have just been thinking, here comes the money.
It's time for me to get a promotion coming up.
Here we go.
It's just, I'm like, what do you even say to, like, Andy's the CEO, so someone has to be, you surely you break the ice and be like, man, boy, did you have the worst night of all time. Like, we just have to get rid of you. You can't stay here anymore. Like, how do you even break that ice to him to be like, you really fucked up here.
I don't know, because the other thing is, it seems like there were other people from the company in the box with them.
The woman next to him is smiling.
She knew.
So she knew the whole time
Yeah.
that this was happening. And she's just smiling and laughing like, this is great. I'm having the best time of my life here. It's just wild. So then that happened and everyone's taking the piss out of it. All these sporting now over the weekend, all the sporting organisations, the kiss cams, the people, everyone knows about it. A statement then went up online which said, but from Andy, I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologise to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. I also want to express how troubling it is what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Andy. So I had it hook, line, and sinker. Now, I think that might be fake,
Oh, that's a shame.
but up to that, I was like, that's probably the best statement of all time.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to go to a Coldplay concert and cheat on your wife. A moment of joy. Just the thought process to be like, I'm going to Coldplay
Let's
to
get
cheat
it on.
with the head of HR. Also, who's having a kiss cam at a Coldplay concert? Like, what are the odds that happens? When Chris Martin's like, you know what? Let's do a kiss cam.
Well, I also heard a very vicious rumour that the two of them had tickets to the Hinge round at the SCG.
Yeah, that would
so,
have been big.
you know.
Lucky they're not going to that.
Oof.
That would have been big. So just unreal. Just great. So that's obviously they got to work that out, but it gave a lot of laughs to a lot of people, except for those in it. That's deeply disturbing.
Do you reckon Chris will opt for the kiss cam going
Oh,
forward?
yeah. It should be cheating cam.
Sure.
You try and find, like, in the crowd who's cheating on each other. And then, like, I went to the game yesterday. The Pies obviously did it. Like, everyone did it. Sometimes a cameraman will get it wrong. Like, it was a lot of, like, mothers who have clearly just come with another mother, and the cameraman's like, oh, I think you should take a kiss, maybe. Like, the cameraman being like, hey, I know that everyone's in on the gag. Like, you shy away and move away from the camera, but also, if you kiss a little bit, it'd be kind of awesome as well. Like, there's a lot of that
Just
going on.
picking and choosing who we'd like to see.
It felt like one cameraman was like, oh, these two girls are pretty good looking.
You sure you don't want to do it? I'll come back to you in
And-
case.
And he's like PRing back up to the media team. He's like, come back to me again. I've got another one. No, you do want to kiss him and give him a little kiss with the ball. Like, what the? Sometimes kiss cam can go wrong.
Yeah.
So, but very funny regardless. You okay? The cigarettes.
Yeah, it's all the
Is your
Gaspers.
voice- Is your voice going again?
Yeah, it's all the Monaco Gaspers I had on the
Yes,
weekend.
how was Monaco?
Monaco was great.
Great. Yeah.
Yep, yeah. There is a bakery there that claims to have the best vanilla slice in Australia.
Okay. What's it called?
Wax Bakery. I think it's WAACK. My favourite tagline that they've got, by the way, is it's very, very nice.
No, hold on. Is it no?
It doesn't even have a comma between the verys. It's
So-
very, very nice.
So you went there, and they're saying they have the best vanilla slice. This reeks of what we've said all the time. A bakery will claim that they're the best bakery pie normally we see of
Yeah.
all time. How do we know?
What's the board?
We need to know. Well, I don't know. How do you judge it? You can't just... Because there's no rule. When you're at a bakery, if you say it's the best, we can't argue with that. Because we don't know if like someone from the World Bakery Association has come in here and
Correct.
said that's the one. So you're saying, well, did you get it?
Did I? Well, I took a photo. Hang on. So if we go
I've
on-
just accidentally called a real estate agent that I do not want to speak to, so that's bad for me.
So they've got 3 places. Let's just see. Freshly made focaccias, yeah, and our award-winning vanilla slice.
Okay.
We got to find out if it actually is.
If it's the award-winning one. Should I just call
So
them
it says
and find
that, yeah, winner of best vanilla slice and hot cross buns in Australia.
I mean, that's in stall. We need to do that. We need to start something where we go around and like maybe we start like a DDF award or something, and we go to bakeries and try pies or whatever they're doing there, and be like, no, this has got the DDF stamp of approval.
Yes,
it is the best one, or it's just approved. Like we've been there, and look, it might not be the best, but if it has a sticker,
Yep.
we advise that you can go there. If the bakeries are in for it, and that's like, sure, if you bring a DDF sticker and people see it, then it's a bit like the beer glass.
it's totally.
In the top right corner of the Fox footy. You know if it's legit or not.
Yep.
If you see a sticker on the window, it's legit.
So maybe what we do, instead of calling them today, if you run a bakery out there and you have said that you've got the best vanilla slice or hot cross buns,
Yeah.
get in touch because then we'll do some digging.
Oh, and pie. Like, we're open to anything.
Yep.
Anything. If you say it's the best pie sausage roll, I can't eat pies, obviously, for the reason. So I'm going to have some trouble. I did explain that to someone yesterday at the Jameson thing that I was at. They're like, do you want a party pie? I was like, look, I would love a party pie. Just PTSD. A teammate shat in a pie many years ago and then handed it out to a few of the boys. And now I'm just convinced in my brain that if you offer me a pie,
we know what's happening.
You've taken that to the toilet and laid a bog in it, and I'm going to eat it. So I can't do that.
No.
And there's that. Lots of feedback. Sorry. I went back.
Yep, you were there.
I went back just then to that Mad Monday at I think it's the Thirsty Lizard or something, out in Queensland, Hinterlands. I was just literally just in that 10-second period, was back in shit Pieville. God. Oh, God, I've been through some shit as a Suns player. Had the slushy machine with the maggots.
Oh,
Poo pies. I do look back like maybe I was just really bullied back in the sun. Like a lot of stuff happened to me up there.
you're the only one who had the slushy. You're the only one who had the poo
It's
pie.
like targeted bullying. Well, we had some great news in Legends game.
Yes.
This is unreal. So again, I cannot wait to pull the boots on. It does seem, now that the dust is settled on it, that we have your Cyril Rioli,
Sure.
Gary Ablett, and the third announcement was Dan Gorringe. Like, this very much is, it's like, I guess at the end of the day, it's like a childhood dream come true. Like, I get to take the field with Cyril Rioli and Gary. Like, they're my heroes growing up. So this is just stupid behavior to me that I get to go on the field again with them or Gaz or Bean, but with Cyril. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Life makes no sense. It's awesome. I was really happy. I felt like everyone else in our crazy community, the DDF, was happy for us because it's our game. Now we're all in it. A lot of people weren't happy, which is surprising.
Okay.
As you could imagine. So, like, a lot of dinosaur fans out there and old man, not media, but, people who like the old man suit media industry just weren't really, like, thrilled with it and over the moon, which I totally get. So we'll go through some comments here. On the post, it went out, like, I'm out there.
Yep.
Dan Gorringe's going to be an all-star. Who? Question mark. No longer an all-stars game then, is it? That was one as well. Here we go. Probably the most meaningful game he'll ever play. Poor guy, played for 2 average teams throughout his career. That's great. Love that as well. Flog.
Yeah.
That was
That's a nice one.
That's another one that we got. Gorringe, hang on a minute. I thought you had to be a legend to play in these games. So that's Mr. Make It all about him. I mean, that's probably not far off, actually. And then, one guy, everyone named this choice has no idea how many people watch him play. Thank you so much. Cringe choice. This is great from Gavin. So Gavin has a photo of his dog and then him with speed dealers, just real close to it. No legend. Fuck it, yes. Seriously, Daniel fucking who? Geez, the talent pool dried up. Might actually get a kick. So there a lot of good feedback there, which is great. So that was good. 26 inconspicuous AFL games, qualifies as a legend. Would anyone outside family and friends know who he is if he knocked at their front door? Some guy said, yeah, they actually would, you dumb fuck. So that's good. So that's okay. That's anytime
You're fine with it, aren't you?
That's good. I don't even think about that. Didn't even keep me up at night at all. So that's good. Did not read all the comments over and over again. Just really mulling on if I play this game. So that's good. It's just like, anytime you do become legendary status,
Yes.
people will come for you.
And that is the throne that you have to wear.
Heavy is the head.
Yep.
I'm going to get that tatted on me. For the game, I'm going to get the All-Stars legend tat on me. And under it, it'll say, heavy is the head.
Yep.
I don't have a crown, but I should. Maybe I'll play with a crown on.
Yes.
Just to piss people off. So just for those people, if I turn one on and kick 6, I'm going to come for that guy so hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that
saved
sounded out of
him.
context then.
Well,
Don't you dare. I am just going to really give it to some people. So I'm excited.
that's awesome, mate. Have you had any correspondence with your teammates?
Funny you should ask. I have. Friday Arvo, phone dings. Number I don't have. Scared immediately. Here we go. Who's got my number? Anxiety. Read these comments. More abuse. I get a. Hold on. I'll read it for you. Just wait. Hold on. Here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to the All-Stars. Star emoji. Let's grab a coffee when you're in Melbourne. Nick Rebolt.
Wow. The captain.
Extended the olive branch. Now, I live in Melbourne, so
Not the best start.
Also a bit of a power move if he's like, I know you live in Melbourne, but I'm just going to play. Like, you should live here. So he said that, so he extended it. And that's okay. That's good. That's good captaincy.
That is great captaincy. I
That's
said
good
that he had
captaincy.
that in him.
That is good. So, I mean, I would love to talk about him,
Yes.
but we know legal stuff that they can't really do at the moment. So that's I respect all the players on my team, the ones that I legally and illegally cannot speak about. So I like them.
Yep.
I like them.
Oh.
That is the real estate agent that I accidentally called that I don't want to speak to again. So that's good. No, I'm keen. I'm really keen. So get me out there. Training begins.
Have you moved any of those magnets we spoke about?
I haven't had a meeting yet. I think I'll
Sure.
go in there tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to push for you hard.
Thank you, mate.
So I just needed, like, what are you bringing to the table again? Just so I'm triple confirmed and it's in my head.
Entertainment,
Yep.
energy,
Yep.
heart.
Do you have a heart?
Yeah. What?
I want to see some chase and tackles.
I'll be very Morris Rioli-esque for sure.
So, okay, well, give me, if I say, look, we've got Gorringe, Cyril, we've got, the other one, that one.
Yeah.
What player are you most like at the moment that I can say, I've got a real life right now, if he's in the league, he'd be this player. Go.
Jack Higgins.
Okay.
Miss a couple easy ones.
Yeah.
But I'll get that one.
Okay, great.
That'll lift the crowd.
I'm pushing for you.
Oh, thank you,
If
mate.
we can pull this off, it'd be and at least like Twitter won't go after you as well. So that's good.
There's a real blanket rule ban on social
Yeah.
media that day if that ever happened.
It's a real just create, don't consume the content. As someone who's been through it, just leave it out there.
Yeah,
Just leave it alone.
because I'll be honest, you did still play 26 games.
Yeah, well, to these guys, that means nothing.
I played 2 games for Adelaide Uni Blacks reserves.
And did your knee playing Quidditch?
Quidditch, yeah.
So that's big. All right, let's get some news that's happening around the league. Harley Reid, big offer. Rhino broke this news. He says an intriguing update on Harley Reid's situation. Harley's management have presented some options to West Coast Eagles about what an extension might look like, including a very long-term commitment to the club. Conversations haven't advanced at this stage. Parties expected to catch up in coming weeks. This is big. This is some kind of shining light here for the Eagles in a season that is very dark. Like,
Yep.
this is a bit of like, oh, maybe we'll lose the season, but win in the long run because Harley won't leave us.
Big from the Rhino. It's a huge call.
Ryan Daniels doesn't miss. When he tweets,
Really?
there's purpose behind those thumbs. Because sometimes the thumbs of just other reporters get busy if they say getting busy. When Rhino moves the thumbs, it's meaningful.
It's a bit of Fabrizio
Yeah, it
territory.
is. He doesn't shift the thumbs if there's nothing behind it.
Here we go.
His thumbs are meaningful. So I honestly hope he stays at the Eagles. I think it'd be good for the league. I don't think he wants to leave because he hates Perth. I think he'd only leave because the club itself is so stinky and shitty performance-wise. That would be my only reason why he would want to get out of there and not waste his career there. I don't think this is a situation like Jason Horn-Francis where Jason was like, I've just given this absolutely no chance to be successful or give it a shot. I'm out of here. I think Harley likes being there and doesn't want to leave just for the sake of being like, I want to go home.
Maybe he goes to Freo.
That would be worse. There's only one situation that's worse probably than him leaving the Eagles. It's him leaving the Eagles and going to Freo.
I told you I do really love Perth.
I like it here a lot. So you'd think the deal would be massive that they've tabled.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those ones where we assume that it'd be one where it takes him to... he wouldn't sign a 1 year off his current deal just to stay to Tassie come in the league, like everyone else seems to be
Sure,
doing.
yep.
So you think it'd be one of those ones where they structure it a bit like Porter doing. Do you want a 3 year? Do you want a 5 year? Do you want a 7? Do you want a 10? Like, there'd be different options at the table. We're probably assuming, just given how much everyone's getting paid, it's a league that you get paid on potential, not what we've actually done. $1 million minimum a season. So he's going to be taking home some money, getting that absolute bag wherever he's going to be. We know Essendon in the race as well. Brad Scott came out the radio during the weekend and said, yeah, we're very much believe that we're up to our eyeballs in this. We would move a lot of things to get him. And also, Harley, now that he's had 2 seasons in the Eagles kit, he just looks like an Eagles player to me. The 9 on the back, he just moves like an Eagle. He looks like an Eagle. I'm finding it very hard to imagine him in a different Guernsey. And to me, if you look good in the jumper, that's like half the negotiations right there. You can say, look,
what you're saying.
you could leave, but geez, you look good in it. Like you just look good in the Eagles kit. So you're sure you want to stay. And if he's looking in the mirror going, you know what, got a point. I do look really good in the Eagles kit.
You just know someone in the social media team at Essendon knows got that Photoshop whipped up. Going,
Ready to go.
But just picture that.
Yeah. There'd be teams there that would be ready to go. Like Geelong would have the Photoshop ready to go as well.
Oh, you know what? He'd look good in that.
Yeah, he would.
He would.
He would. I find like other team pitches so fascinating because Harley and his management would have spoken to another team. I would love to get an insight of like what those teams are offering.
Yeah.
Because it'd very much be like, just get out of Perth. Like we're in Victoria, come home.
Yes.
Do you want to
That's half the battle.
Look how good you look at this render we
Yes.
did. This Photoshop. Like take that. So let's see. I hope he stays. I really do. I think
What would you do if you were him?
if I was him, I would stay.
Okay.
I think if Harley comes back to Melbourne, he might be happy because he's close to family, but he will cop it. He's like cops it already. If he leaves now out of the back of the Jason Horn stuff that happened last week, I just think he's safer and better off in West Coast. He'll get paid like as much to be there. He's also outside this crazy Victorian media bubble and mayhem that it is. I think he stays there. People get over this. He's not coming home factor. And then he just gets to be great in Perth. The only reason I think he would leave is because he has to, right now, he's carrying the whole team. As a second year player, you don't want to be in a position where it's just, you are the West Coast Eagles franchise. What would you do?
But that almost goes against your point, though, right? You know, if you think that he's more so protected over there, we know what the WA media are like.
Yeah.
They are full on.
But I reckon if he
And
bought
he's
in,
carrying a whole franchise.
if they bought in, surely they just wrap their arms around him. Like they've
Yeah.
already done a lot of, like they got to whack the media over there for going at him so often and putting on the back page for so often. I think if he was like, you know what, I'm here for 5 years, everyone buying this. I think the town and city itself would be like, okay, he wants to be here.
Yeah, I see that.
You know, but if he comes to Vic, it's like, if you say he goes to Essendon, it's all right, better win a Brownlow, buddy. Better win a Brownlow, otherwise
but
we'll
why
come
is
for
that?
you.
Just because
Because we're all twisted and weird in the media. You know, like we're all, let's just assume it's like, it's just the way it works. It's not right, but it's just the way it works. We're all loose cannons and crazy and go after people who don't do what we think they should do. So,
Sure.
Obi stays. Someone who actually is weighing up a move, this broke last night, and boy, was my blood boiling after it was calling, after I left the Loud House after the game, Pies game. I walk home and I get this ding on my phone. Jack Silvani to Collingwood, question mark. Oh boy. The news broke. Collingwood has emerged as a shock suitor for Carlton free agent and favourite son, Jack Silvani. Bet your ass is favourite son. The Herald Sun revealed Magpies have expressed interest in a 194cm defender, not necessary, as part of a plan to bolster the club's defensive stocks for next season. While formal talks are yet to ramp up, such a lie, they're definitely spoken. Silvani's future at Carlton is up in the air with 5 weeks remaining in the season despite an excellent year. The Blues have tabled a decent 4-year offer to keep Silvani, but he remains uncontracted and undecided where he'll be next. So, I see what the Pies are doing here. Just, they've seen how bad the Blues have been, arch rival. How about not only do you just have a shitty season, we'll go in there through your chest, rip out your soul, and take that as well. That would hurt. And it makes the most sense for him to go there because, one, it'd be a great storyline. If he left, it'd be a wild story.
a Silvani playing in the black and white.
A Silvani leaving the Blues to go to the arch enemy.
Yeah.
The sicko in me loves it for the storyline.
Yes.
But the Blues fan in me is crying on the inside, shivering. Because he's the perfect Jeremy Howe replacement.
Good point.
Like, he's a good intercept defender. He's good by foot. Like, Jeremy Howe's not going to be around forever. This makes total sense. The only thing that makes me feel comfortable is the Blues have a 4-year deal on him. The Blues are notorious we've seen it with Kennedy last year. Like, they will give you a 4-year deal, but will undervalue you so much. So that's the only thing in my mind where I'm like, well, we've already paid so much money for everyone else. Jack Silvani's got a 4-year deal for sure, but I know that that's going to be dirt cheap. And he'll be like, well, my value's so big right now. Where can I cash in? And Collingwood probably a place where you can cash in. It hurts. So that would be a dark day for me.
Yes.
And then probably a few days later, you get the news that TDK is leaving as well. Jeez.
You're jumping off the Titanic, isn't it?
Off-season, it's going to be a dark place for Blues fans.
Yep.
I can't see it. Yeah, it's not good. Everyone's just leaving and the window's shutting. You go, oh, what's going on here, boys? Let's just try it. Come on. It's not good. A guy on X, which is Twitter, is going to do something wild if Jack does leave. Now, at early1298112, he said, if he leaves, I'll suck everyone off in the comments. So if you're looking for a little suck, go to that post and comment, I guess, because that guy is just offering that.
Now, do you get the vibe? Is he saying that as in there's no way he will leave?
Yeah.
I will suck everyone off if he does. Or is he so excited because he's a Pies fan?
True.
That he's like, if he'll go, I'll do it for everyone to celebrate.
I read that as like some of the crazy stuff we say. Like, I'll get my hair dyed blue. You get a tattoo, which you need to get still.
Yes, I do need to do that.
I read it as that. but very much like I would never put that in line. And I've done some crazy stuff.
You did say once you were going to vomit just on camera.
I did say that once, yeah.
Or
And
wasn't
piss.
it piss
No, I was going
yourself?
to piss my pants here. If that's as wild as it gets. So that's probably a lot worse. So let's see where Jack goes. Let's see. All right, before we get into the round review, let's talk about the Legends at Mongrel Boots. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dan, you don't even work on a work site. And look, you're not wrong, but I've still been walking around in mongrels like I'm about to tile someone's ensuite or dig a trench through the backyard. These things, the real deal. Aussie made, Aussie owned, and honestly, the comfiest boot I've ever worn. They've been making them here since 1930. They've got proper tech built in them too, like tough sided sole that grips like a vice, roller sole so you're not stomping around like Frankenstein, the air zone comfort system, which basically turns concrete into clouds. You pull them on for work, end up wearing them on your day off as well. I actually have been wearing mine around the house a lot lately, a lot of work to do. I don't do the work, but I just put the mongrels on and I feel like just that in itself is doing the work. So if you're looking to get yourself a pair of mongrels, head to mongrelboots.com.au to find your favorite boot and local retailer. Let's get into the round recap. A wild round, started on Friday. This game, Lions 86, Dogs 76. So pre-game, a lot of thunder and rain around the area, which we thought maybe the game would get cancelled. Maybe they'll do a double header with the closing round game we have. Like it looked very ominous before the ball was even bounced.
Roof.
I mean, you were pushing for a roof.
I was on roof watch.
Every Tasmanian now, for any bad weather, anyone else is like, put a roof on it. Put a roof. No, you want a roof at our stadium. Put a roof on your stadium.
Looks a bit cold there. Roof it up, baby.
So the game might need a roof. Out of this game, I think we just know the Dogs are just never going to beat the flat track bully allegations ever. Like that's jump. They don't beat good teams, and they've showed us that over and over again to be true. Like they do this all the time. They get like getting pounded, absolutely pounded against a good team, and then kick a flurry of late goals, and then you walk away going, "Oh, they're a good team. They're competitive," but not really. That team just gives up because they're so far ahead of them that the scoreline looks flattering, and they're just a team that can beat you up and then also beat themselves up. And they're never going to be a team that will beat or do anything in finals the way they're going at the moment because they're flat track bullies. And the scoreboard here lies completely. Like, they weren't in this game. In fact, the Dogs had no business being this close. It was the Brisbane behinds kept kicking behinds.
Yeah.
Brisbane had 64 inside 50s, 20 more than Dogs. Like, it just has to be so... I know it's frustrating being a Saints fan and a Blues fan.
Sure.
But as a Dogs fan, at least you've got pieces. Like, it must be so infuriating and frustrating to be a Dogs fan, knowing that on paper, and you can visibly see... This team is very good. Like, there is so many studs in the midfield, down back, forward. Like, you've got stars everywhere, and yet just cannot beat a good team.
Yep. I know what you mean. When the ball goes into St Kilda's forward 50 and you're like, okay, well, we don't even have
a forward. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well...
That's expected.
It's just good that the ball's there, I guess. Like, we got to celebrate that. But yes, well done. But then, yes, you're right. When it goes in, you're like, oh, awesome, Darcy, Norton, West.
Something's going to happen here.
And then it doesn't.
No.
It would be so infuriating.
So infuriating. And then you go, oh, yeah, stoppage. Like, you're going to dominate stoppages. And it's just like, you're just so good. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, we know you can score. We know that every midfielder they have, which they have so many of, can get 25 each at least. It's just when they go to defending, they suck at defending. Like, the defenders are always, it feels like, always a step behind. They're so far off the opponents. They just let teams pick them apart with kicks like Brisbane, who we know are just great at kicking and finding. They're playing fuck you football. You know those 45s, the fuck you 45s. You know they're going to do a fuck you 45. So clog up, get close to your opponents. Like, they just don't do that. But they do that against every team. So every team hits fuck you 45s on them, and then they're on the highway and out of there. And then when they do win the ball back, the Dogs, they just, like, it's Bailey Dale who can use the ball or no one. It's Bailey Dale or turnover, really. And it comes back 100 miles an hour, especially against the Brisbane Hinds. So I feel bad for them because now they've got to try and run the table and make finals, the Dogs. I think they have an okay run. I'm not sure. But they've really got lucky here, and they called a good break because the Suns lost. Now the Suns looking shaky. But outside that, like, geez, it just looks like we know what they are. They are what they are, and they're a good team. They're just not a great team, and you're going to be a great team to make finals.
Do you want me to have a quick look at the Doggies?
Please tell me what they've got.
So we've got Essendon coming up this
That's
weekend.
a win. Oh, God, they're going to beat the absolute...
Yes. Yeah, that won't be pretty. Then they've got the Giants. I love those games.
Yep.
So that's at Marvel 2, which helps them there. Then they've got the Demons.
Yep.
You know,
potentially what the Demons want to do.
Yeah. West Coast.
Okay, win there.
At Marvel as well. And then their last game is against Freo, which could be a real mover and shaker at that 8th spot.
So they've got 2 or 3 wins left in them. They've got a win outside the 8 at the moment. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's tough for them. They're in a tough spot. They're really relying, because I think Freo now have locked in their spot and so have Hawthorn. They're really relying on the Suns to just have a Suns meltdown and find a way into just Stephen Bradbury in. Literally Stephen Bradbury in.
Yeah.
The Suns fall over here.
Well, I mean, even this weekend, so what? The Suns have Lions.
Oh, that's a good game.
And they've already got, the Doggies already have a far better percentage. You'd imagine they'll smash the Bombers.
You'd
so
say.
they're probably in this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, the only good thing I say about being a Dogs fan is that at least you know what's going to happen in going into games. Like, you know that you're going to win the games that you should, and you'll definitely lose the games against good teams that you shouldn't win. So, like, you know
That's
what
true.
you're getting. Like, unlike the other teams, you don't know literally what's going to happen. Dogs fans go, oh, we're playing a team outside the top 9. That's a win. And we'll run up the scoreboard and get a big percentage. And we play a good team, we'll lose. And that's fine as well. So, Brisbane they're back. Remember last year when they went on that Brisbane behinds run?
Oh, yeah.
And they kept kicking so many behinds, and it was just like, keep leaving door open for teams. They did it in this game. Kicked 10 behinds, win by 10 points. Everyone's complaining about, like, kicking behinds, and sure, they love to kick goals. I'm actually going I like that they're kicking a lot of behinds.
Brother, they add up.
Yeah, well, they do. 1 by 10 behinds.
There you go.
If they don't kick those 10 behinds, they don't win this game.
Yep.
And I'd rather my team trust me, I would love my team peppering away and missing than putting no pepper on the goals.
Exactly right.
So I'm all for this. Eventually, those goals, it happened last year, we saw it, those points turn into goals. The goals obviously get you 6 points instead of 1. Then you start blowing teams in the water. They're doing everything they need to do except for kicking goals, and that's a great problem to have. I wish other teams and my team had problems of, like, hey, we're just literally a meter to the right and we're away.
Yep. Man, I've seen my Minnesota Vikings win a game with no touchdowns, but just field goals.
Take it.
There's still points.
Yeah, you take it. So they win this game. In the third quarter, it was really hard to watch. I mean, visually on the TV, when they are kicking a lot of behinds, it does become really hard to watch. Like the third quarter, it was like trying to watch someone parallel park for half an hour. It was like, okay, boys, I know it's hilarious kicking a lot of behinds, but let's just try and get one in the goals now, because you're keeping the Dogs in this thing. That's why the Dogs were so close. So they did it last year, you said. It worked out in September. Will Ashcroft ends the game on the siren with his celly. Now, you hit the belt. Yeah. Is that Ric Flair or is that just a cell?
I don't know. It's a wrestling thing, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
The show, Give Me a Belt celly is unreal.
Yeah.
That's a new one unlocked.
But on the siren too. Like, the timing of it was perfect.
I might use that.
Yeah?
I might use that one in the Legends game, or I do... Oh... Yeah, crown down.
Yes, for people who are only listening, you're doing the LeBron crown on.
I think we'll do leading up to the game, for the Legends game, we'll do, say I've got 6 goals in me.
Very much a one thing at a time. Okay, but yes, you've got 6 in me.
Assume I'm going to kick 6 goals.
Okay.
We'll come up with DDF 6 sellies.
Yes.
That we'll do.
The
We'll plan
DDF
them.
6.
Yeah, so we'll come up with that. But Will was so good. Loved his celly. Give him the belt. Him and his brother, amazing. So Will had 3 and 26. Levi had 2 and 18. Man, they're so good. And they have amazing hair and just nice young men.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. Will Ashcroft, crazily, is somehow underrated.
Do you reckon?
I think so. We know he's good, but he's in a stacked midfield. McCluggage, Neils, 1-2 Brownlows. Like, those two probably get more plaudits than we do. Will's an awesome medalist. Did his ACL the year before last year. Like, he just sneaks up at being a really good footballer in his third year of football.
Yeah. He's pretty young.
So young. Like, we just don't, you think of Brisbane Lions, you go, oh, McCluggage.
Yeah.
Oh, Neil. Like, Zorko. And you go, oh, Will and Levi are really good as well. So, they're amazing. They dominated. I know Marcus Ashcroft, he is in the Queensland Hall of Fame. I think, like, his left nut and his right nut might also make the Hall of Fame.
Oh, they'd be in the Sperm Hall of Fame.
Yeah, his sperm is performing.
Yeah.
And I don't like to refer to Will and Levi as just sperm because they're more than that. But his sperm are doing some great things. His sperm has won a Norm Smith medal.
We are so lucky we are living in a time where we've got 4 sperms in the AFL.
That's so good.
And we're just trying to see which sperm will be the better one.
We're just taking little taste tests of each the sperm each season and be like, oh, no, that sperm's the best sperm.
Yep.
They're so good. So I'm pushing for this. I'm pushing for like a huge statue outside the Gabba of just like his nuts.
For sperm.
I think his nuts, and then I don't want to say like I don't want to get weird here and make a shaft sperming out everywhere, but like a fountain. Oh, you'd have his whole junk, and at the top it's like a fountain.
Well, I like that. In my head, I was thinking more like the yin and yang logo, but it's 2 sperms.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
Sort
Yeah.
of swimming next to each
I
other.
like that. Yeah. I don't know if he might have a statue somewhere, but if he does have a statue, regardless, maybe his balls a lot, but when they make a statue of him, just make sure, like, when you do his balls, they're just maybe hanging out the side to the right, and they're just so big.
Yes.
And then if you look in the book, there's like Levi and Ash photo in them. Like,
Just, yep.
okay, we can stop talking about sperm and balls. Hugh McCluggage, man, so good. Third quickest player in history to play 200 games, certified freak. So milestone game, ends the dog season. We think maybe not, but he's just been so good for so long. And the Lions have so many studs. Josh Dunkley, unreal.
Yes.
Like such a great defensive midfielder who, again, it's crazy to say, underrated. Good Lions. I think you very much hate the Lions, so you would underrate everyone. Everyone's saying that about you. Dane Zorko, unreal. Got cut early, comes on, and just he's moved to half back since last year being Australian. One of the best moves ever by Fags. Lockie Neal hasn't really got going. Still on 2 Brownlows, so he's still got form to find. There's so much growth in him. And now, massive tat watch that came across our desk.
Man.
Cam Rayner. So, sorry, Cam. I love you. Massive fan of Cam. You can't just rock up on a Friday night and just show the world, hey, I've got 4 to 5 new tats on my arm. Sorry?
It's crazy behaviour. We're very used to, in the tat watch world, to be like, oh, there might be one poking out there.
Yeah.
But you're rocking up with 5.
5 of them.
In the one session.
5. Like, that caught everyone off guard. It took me a while to calibrate my brain
Yes.
and be like, hey, Cam Rayner's out there, stud. Also, trying to do a sleeve now of tattoos. Awesome. I rate it. I think he looks...
Oh, I like them.
I liked him. Because we said sometimes players will rock a tat and we're not sure about it. I like these ones. I got an issue with Lockie Neal and what he has been doing on there.
Okay.
But that's okay, because I can't talk. I've got shit ones on my leg.
Yep.
So I can't talk at all. Okay. I like that. So we know that Dogs, we spoke about them going to town to Essendon next week. That will happen because they're just so angry.
Yes.
So we know that's coming up. I'm sorry, Essendon fans. The Lions also out of this game gave outgoing football CEO Greg Swan a Gatorade shower. So that was cool. He's done a lot of football up there. He's great. So going into being a suit in the AFL, he kind of spoke post-game and foreshadowed what he wants to speak about. So he said he wants the MRO to explain why they make decisions to the public. So
Okay.
Michael Christensen getting ahead of the media and saying, yep, look, Stephen May's getting this amount of weeks because of blah, blah, blah. I like that. He said that he wants to bring the game time down. He said we wait too long for people to set up, and he hates the ARC technology. So he's going to go in there and talk about that. Centre bounce he wants gone. The centre bounce is horrific.
In terms of just throw it up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's now becoming... Like, it's great if it goes up even for everyone, but the bounce normally goes one side or the other or outside the circle completely and all the mids are out. So it's like a lottery there in the middle where we can just throw it up. I think we're only holding on to it because it's so nostalgic.
Yeah.
And you know old people who watch the game will be like, oh, only good thing they've got rid of the game now. Of course, they're changing this new age ticky-tocky game.
Maybe they bounce the ball at the start of every quarter.
Just once, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it adds absolutely nothing to the sport.
No.
Like, there's not one thing of value. Like, it brings zero value.
That is so true.
You know? Like, maybe they do one bounce just for grand final days, just to signify that that's it. But outside that, we lose nothing, really.
And then, the fact that when they stuff it up and then they go, I'll bring it back and now I'll just throw it up.
Second go at it.
And I'm not going to bounce it because it's too risky.
Yeah.
We're all admitting that throwing it up is better.
It's like a golfer having a mulligan.
Yes.
Hey, guys, actually, bring that back. Sorry about that one.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do it. It's very, very funny. And also, imagine how many good umpires are out there around the leagues and the twos cutting their teeth, but their one weakness is bouncing the ball. Like, I mean, we're cutting off a lot of umpires who probably want to umpire, but just cannot, for the life of them, do a centre bounce.
It's very... Have you tried it? It's very hard.
It's real hard. So he spoke about that. Father-son, now he said he wants to keep it, but if the whole league had an issue with it, which I know you guys will for sure, he'll look at maybe applying something, make it harder for father-sons to get there.
Okay.
And then academy players. He likes academy, but he agreed that with academy players, you have to pay the price. You can't just keep getting it for cheap.
Yeah.
So I get that as well. So what happened to the Lions there?
And also, how concerned are you out of 10 about our man,
Which one's that?
Hipwood?
Very concerned.
That generational game is getting further and further away.
Very concerned that he might be having it in the twos. I honestly, we very much love him. I have not seen him touch the ball since Gather Round. So his next generational game has to be 10 goals minimum.
Yeah.
And is he saving it for a final? I know he's been thrown down back a bit, but like he's not even getting near a generational game.
If he's saving it for this weekend against the Suns, I feel really good about that for a Q clash.
He needs one. He's due. He's so due for a generational game. So we're on massive Eric watch. Then we went to Tassie. Hawks 87, Port 49. Hawks finally break their Port hoodoo and get revenge. So the league does it again. There's a big myth getting around and like a belief that the league keeps putting these games on to show the world that Tassie needs a roof. So smart by the suits. Let's pick a game 10 months in advance so we know it's going to be shit weather down there. And then again, told you so.
I have noticed all the games are coming in like the coldest part of the year as well. I have noticed that.
It was real roof watch again.
Yeah.
Lots of roof talk. I mean, the wind, rain, and the breeze was... I think even Tasmanians can admit, it's like, okay, we're pushing for a roof, yes, but we have an argument that we don't need a roof because it's just weather. I think we can all say, okay, maybe a roof might be nice.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Would I like a roof? For sure. That's not ever been my issue.
No.
But do we absolutely need one? I don't know.
No.
And also, the stadium's not even going to be in Launceston.
No.
It's a completely different weather system in Hobart.
A temp roof would have been nice.
A tent roof.
A temp, like a temporary kind of cover would have been nice.
Yep.
Like a bunch of not ponchos, what do you call them? Tarps.
Yeah.
Just on top
Well, you
somehow
could just
pitched.
have like a circus tent over the top, surely.
You could do that. It was a cert. The wind was out of this world. It was crazy. I am coming around to Tassie so hard.
Yeah.
I've never been off here, but I've been making jokes about two-head stuff, which is hilarious. I love people in Tassie so much because we know the weather. It was rainy, it was windy, it was breezy. It was not, let's go to the football weather and have 6 beers and a pastry full of meat that's round. It wasn't that weather at all. But when you see the crowd in this game and there's fans that are smiling, having beers that are barking at them, I saw a guy with a singlet. Tasmanians don't give a shit about weather. Like, it's like, this is what it is now.
This is the thing. So you got people who aren't from Tasmania being like, we need a roof. I don't care about you. We're good.
They were literally sitting in the rain, drinking beer, being like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to us. Like, this is great. We love this so much. Like, I love that from them. Just no fucks given about the weather. And then go home, like, I'll be cold for 3 hours, but I can go home and be in the fire. It's all great.
There.
I also love the DJ at this game.
Oh,
the DJ. I love when DJs just read the venue, and the DJ played specifically songs that had something to do with rain. Why does it always rain on me? Like, every song had something to do with rain.
The roof.
Yeah, the roof. And then when Guinea hit his celly, the plane celly, he played Big Jet Plane as well. So 3 votes to the stadium DJ. He was great. I generally, in this game, I felt bad for the players. Like, they were visibly shaking and cold. It's like, if you're Tom Barras or Jack Gunston,
sure,
for a lot of the game, you're just standing there really cold. Like, it's just one of the, and we've all know what it's like in local football. We stand there and like it's just down one end and you're standing cross-armed, just shaking, be like, I cannot wait to get the fuck off this ground. It was that from the players. A lot of vibes about that. But serious breeze going to one end. To the right of screen, I'm pretty sure, on broadcast. Port had it in the first, decided not to use it, which is interesting. That's an interesting take, not to use the win when you've got it. They both kicked 3-2 on the first, then they had it in the third again. You'd probably think in the third they need to put 2 or 3 goals on at least to be in the game. Didn't do that, and the Hawks had the breeze in the last and just ran away with it. So it was just really a game of who's going to take more territory and be cleaner and slicker in the conditions, and Hawks just were. But they were just better in those conditions. They played a great game. They play now, the Hawks. At first, it was fun with the Hawthorn Footy Club. Like the Hawk last year, it's like, oh, they're great, but they kept winning in like dry conditions. And it was just like very much quick, that's their ammo. This season, they've won in so many different ways. They can win in dry and quick. They can win in like rainy and shit bogged down football. They're maturing, which I like a lot about them. So they were good. They were great. They read the conditions better. They played it better. Port missing some big names. Like Port weren't going to win this game, let's be honest.
Probably not.
No, but they were missing some big names. It started raining and they're like, okay, big names out. Don't want to be here, really. It's freezing cold. And the Hawks now playing some football at the right time. Some good football at the right time. And this now is when you'll start putting your pants on, your big boy pants, and say, I like finals. I'm thinking about September.
Yep.
Right time to start doing that. So
Pull 'em up.
Yep. Deal more. Really good. How good he is in the wet, it should be illegal. 32-2, 9 tackles. Jack Gunston, like his season, his career's got that Benjamin Button disease. What he's doing... Like, he played like it was dry. Set shots in the boundary, almost kicked like goal of the year out of his backside. Like, he just keeps popping up as their guy to keep kicking goals. He's having an unreal season, jumping Impey, then hit Port with a 10-minute hat-trick. And last, like, he's in serious form as well. Everyone's coming to form at the right time here. Also, great public speaker and speaker to broadcast. Do you know why he spoke so well?
Okay.
Speaks really, really well. So I don't know if Fox Footy's like getting him ready for a gig, because I feel like the last couple of weeks they've just been throwing in the microphone and be like, you speak really well. Just say some few words. And he's like, well, we'll love to. Like, he's really good at speaking. Also, Mitch Lewis returned, which is good. Well done, Mitch.
Yep.
Get back. Well done, Mitchie. Back from his ACL. Now, not the best conditions to return from an ACL in these, because those conditions, that's like an ACL's wet dream.
Literally.
Like, that is an ACL going, oh, I'm going to come. This is great. Like, that's all. That's not where you want your ACL to go. So, and then obviously the big thing, the biggest storyline of this was Guinea to end the game, to ice it, hitting the plane celly to send Port to Bali, ends their season. I love that Ken loved it.
How could you not?
Ken's a legend. I love Ken so much. And it's only now, it's like anything, you really start to appreciate something as soon as it's gone or when it's going. Ken's awesome. He's great for the sport. He's been good for Port after the game. And as soon as Guinea kicked the goal, he laughed it off. And that's great. Great they can laugh about it. He said this after the game about Guinea hitting the celly.
Paybacks, I was going to say something else then, wasn't I? Paybacks, deserved. You know, look, I have no problems with it, and I'm okay with it. I think it's good for the game, the theatre of the game, and good on Jack. I mean, brave enough to go out there and play the way he played and do what he needed to do, and Hawthorn themselves as a club. I won't be one that sits here and be anything but acknowledge that it was my turn today.
What a man. Like, just a couple like that on the chin. Like, I think everyone got more, I have respect for him, but got more respect for him. And now you look back on the 20K fine. Give Ken his money back. The league should give him his money back immediately. Cut a check for him, whatever to do, because they fined him, like a slap on the wrist, give us 20K, then use it to promote the game after, and then this game again, and then Guinea does it, and it's like, oh, that's classic, that's so funny, that's cute, and then did a post on like how funny it was. AFL, give Ken his cash back. He deserves it. I want Ken to have 20K back in his pocket. It's just right.
Port and Hawthorn, and then every neutral is fine with this.
Everyone's fine.
Like, they're all good.
Ken only got fined because Sicily and Sam Mitchell had a real issue with it. Giddy didn't have an issue with it.
No.
After the game when it happened in Adelaide after that final, Giddy was laughing it off. So the league only fined him because the Hawks, Sicily and Sam Mitchell had such a big problem with it. Give Ken his money back. He should leave with, when he leaves Alberton, he'll leave with, I'm sure, a gift hamper. And then also, someone should give him an envelope with $20,000 and say, this is from the league. You deserve this. We're so sorry for finding you. It's time. Give him back his money. I want to see that money in there. I'm really passionate about this. I will storm AFL house. We need to. But what a career, Ken. Like, poor fans, just what he's done for the club. He's now on the farewell tour. So what he's done for the club, the city of Adelaide, remember he went there was tarps on the seats. He's done so much for this club. His grand final, the fairy tale finish is now over. But his grand final, his last act, is this weekend. Showdown. Oh, you just know he's going to go berserk. You just know he's going to do some real shithousery. It is.
Yeah.
So he's going to wind the boys up and say, this is literally my farewell tour, my grand final. I'm not going to make a grand final with you boys, but guess what? It's here right now. Let's go out there and start doing some plain sellies. Let's put some lollies in the teeth. Yes. Let's start doing some weird shit with Pepsi cans. Let's do it. I can't wait for this. I'm big raps on Ken. Well done to him. Everything's done. Also at this game, Finn McGuinness lacerated his kidney and had surgery after the game. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Sounds a bit like track. Not good at all. Also, we got to mute Derm for these games. I'm sorry. I don't know how his mic's still on. Man, I love waffling. He's the king of waffle. I have no idea what he's on about 90% of the time. Like, no idea. I get where he goes with something, and then he'll be like, that's a great kick inside 50. The thing about kicks inside 50 is that back in 1935, when I had a kick inside 50, it lines up the stars and the mythical beasters, and I love popcorn. And you're like, I have no idea how you brought popcorn into this. Like, it's a lot. So bring out the fake mic. Still tell him he's doing the game day, but bring out a dummy mic, and when he's speaking into it, it just plays like music or something.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Holding music.
Yeah.
And we all know what's happening.
Something like that. All right, then we move to Sydney. SCG wasn't hinge round. No one was getting frisky with it, but Sydney 84, North 53. Sydney stay alive. Scrappy win over North here. Heaney and Brodie Grundy carried the Swans. That's my notes here. They literally put the team on their back and said, fellas, find a spot. Isaac Heaney is a dog. He's so good looking, and you just know he'd smell nice. what he did this game, when he's in a mood like this, when he gets up and going, good luck to the league. 34 and 5 goals, equivalent of literally bring out his, a lot of nut talk this episode, dragged his nuts across North's face for 4 quarters. Just crazy. He did everything in this game. Literally everything. Goals, clearances, touches, marks, tackles. Only thing he didn't really do was like sell tickets for people to get into the game. He was everywhere. Turning to Gary Ablett Jr. Closest thing I've seen to like a Gary Ablett Jr. performance. He was so good. So good looking. Brody Grundy disrespected North as well. No Tristan Jerry there. So he went to just town on their ruck stocks. 62 hitouts he had. He was so good with the hitouts that both mids, about halfway through the first quarter when Coleman Jones got injured, both teams were like, all right, now, I guess we're now using the same ruck. North was saying, we'll just shark your taps because our ruckman's getting nowhere near it. And they just went into a full, we're going to try and read his hand. And if you can't read the hand, just start tackling and getting on Sydney's backs. Because they had no chance of winning this. Like, he was so good. And they just gave up in trying to run any players North out of this. So he had 80 hitouts to 9 we have here.
Wow.
That's an absolute arse beating. That's almost like North or ruck tanking. Like, that's not good at all. So if it wasn't for those two, this game is like North probably compete a little bit more, a bit close to this, but that was so good. They stay alive. Now, was it convincing? Absolutely not. But again, when you have to win every game to end the season, that's all you have to do. And they're doing that at the moment. And North, an absolute mess. They're arse. They're very much arse. I think what happens here is we get forward into these like close losses for them that, they're making progress. But no. North weren't great here. Swans also weren't great, and somehow North don't even really fight. North have 45 minutes of good football in them. I truly believe that. And then they just roll over and then make it look like they're putting pressure on, but really, they're not doing a whole lot of stuff. They're just there on the field, being very, very difficult training cones sometimes. Like, that's just where they're at. It's what they are. It's just like, and they don't do enough to completely piss the fans off for not being competitive, but they also don't do enough to win to make those fans happy. So the North fans just get stuck in this weird happy medium where you just go numb and nothing feels good. And it feels like forever you'll be stuck in this place. Like, it's just a bad spot for North. I don't know. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they do. I think they are. The worst team in the league at stopping teams from scoring. So teams kick 112 points in them on average in the last 5 weeks. And teams kick 42 points from stoppage each week over the last 5 weeks. So that just means they just don't defend, which is shitty. Just start defending. And so many times when they're out and they have the ball and you're like, North are finally going to score here, they're going to do something, they'll miss a kick that's 30 away from them over their head and the ball gets rebounded. And because their defense is so not good and stinky, they get scored on so easily. Like, it's just, I feel for North fans, I really do, because I don't know where the light of this tunnel is. Because right now we should be seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. You think with the amount of young kids they have and how good or how many games they've got and how highly touted they are that we see some light there. But you've got Harry Sheasel, who's good, stud. Colin McKercher, stud. Mm-hmm. And then you put them all together in the big pot and you go, very much nothing happening here. Ingredients aren't working together. So I don't know how you fix this.
So when you say that they don't do enough for the fans to be completely pissed off, does that suggest that there is some light that they can see?
Well, I think the fans have just become numb to like, this is going to be North forever.
Yeah. Like, it's just the reality.
I don't, like, by now in North's rebuild, in every rebuild, you go, you know what? There's something there we can work with. There's something there that maybe we can look forward to next season. I feel like we've been stuck in the same space with North for the last 6 seasons. When we get to the end of the season, and everyone goes, but North next year, that'll be better. It's 6 seasons. Like, every other team rebuilds and you go, okay, like Richmond. Richmond won 2 games last year. Gutted the whole joint. Traded away their stars. Went to the draft, bring those kids in, and now win 5 games this year. At least, like the difference there in rebuild is just wild.
Shit, yeah.
So, I don't know where they go. I did feel bad for Colin McKercher. Like, he had James Jordan up his anus tagging him. Not what you want as a half-backer when you know that the forward that is there to kick goals does not give a shit about the 2 big sticks or even touching the ball. Like, that's a tough game to have. And they got to sort this ruck thing out. They got 2 weeks without Tristan, helmet boy. They've got to work it out. I don't know where they go. They do have, here I see, a 207cm goad in the reserves. Give him a crack. If he's a big son of a bitch, 207 centimeters, just get him in. So they move to Sydney again. Can they do it? They've got the Battle of the Bridge against the Giants. They've got Essendon. They've got Brisbane. They've got Geelong. They've got West Coast. Are we allowed to call it Battle of the Bridge? Remember we got told we're
we
not
are.
allowed to?
Oh, we will. Stuff them.
We have to call it that. So can they do it? I mean, there's some games there, like Brisbane will be, Geelong will be tough. Giants the first test.
Yes.
Here.
Well, so it's, one loss, it's done. So it could,
It's
it
over,
could be done this
so do I.
weekend.
It could be.
But I tell you
That's
what,
a tough run.
Regardless of that, though, from where they were at, they've put together a nice little season.
Yeah, Dean Cox can go to the beach and really enjoy. I
Yeah.
think he'll have a smile on his face knowing that the Ferrari is very much built for next season.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that at all at the start of the season. So he'll be happy going into next year for sure. And they're still so young. Like, we forget about how young. Remember, they were touted as like a rebuilding team a few seasons ago. And then made a grand final, and we kind of just assumed that they should be in the premiership window. But they're still young. All their young stars are still really good, still really young. They're all together. That's okay, that thing. Dean Cox is fine. Then we move to the Loud House. Finally. Blues 78, D 70. So both teams still suck. We just suck a little less than Melbourne, which I'll take at this point. Any win is a win here for us. Like, there's just... When we play Melbourne and in life now, everything's clear to me that there's three certainties in your life. Death, taxes, and us beating Melbourne in a close game. Like, they're the certainties that I'll get in life. We own them. We just do. I know Electric doesn't like me saying that, but we always beat them in close games.
Yeah, the reality is,
It's just the stars align, and we just always beat Melbourne. It's just how it has been, and it will always be like that. And after a really dark month of football, it's kind of nice to wake up the next morning as a Blues fan and not feel horrible about being a fan of this football club and them not embarrassing you on national TV. Like, that's a nice feeling to have. I wouldn't say we're back, because as you know, I'm not going to get my hopes up anymore on this football team until something happens, but it is nice to be slightly less disappointing as a team. Like, that's a nice feeling. So I'll take that. At halftime, very nervous. Very, very nervous at halftime, because we know what happens at halftime. Vossi says something along the lines of, we should stop playing now. And the guys take that very literally, and we stop playing. Happened again in the third quarter. There's a comeback, 10 points at three-quarter time. Then we kick a few in the last, and away we go. We win. So you just knew it was happening at halftime, as any Blues fan does. You do. And I don't know what the stats are, but we'd have to be the best first half team in the league and then the worst second half. I'd love to know what the stats are on that. But we just have to be. It's our ammo. It's what we do the best. We're the best at doing that. So we did that. Survived the scare again. A lot of Melbourne fans did say that they got screwed by umpires. Kind of can see that. There was a hole in the ball. I think it was Clary that didn't get paid in the last, and the ball goes down to RN. Charlie gets a free kick, ices the game. But both ways, the umpiring was shitty. If Andrew Dillon or any suit comes out and says that the umpiring's still good or defends it, we'll riot the house. Like, they can't keep defending it. It's so many misses still there, so it wasn't good. But good to see Charlie back in form.
Yeah,
good to see he remembered how to play football. That's nice. That's nice for him. So if he's keen to kick a goal since round 14 before this game, needed that. Needed his
and three straight.
That's nice.
There was something maybe mentally that's nice about that.
Yeah, it's good. Good for his vibes going into this weekend. I also respect Michael Voss, because he had a fucking approach to this game. I've been dying for him to be a fucking coach, just throw some cautions to the wind. He did that. He keeps playing the young guys. Ashton Moyer, don't know where he's been all year. Thank God he's now playing. He's a player. He's a guy. He looked good. Like, really, really good. Also, when he was drafted, I think he slid out of the draft because I think he had a bad season or something like that, so he got to the Blues. And he did this weird thing. I don't think he does it anymore. But in his set shot routines, when he came into the league, he would, wherever he is in the 50, wherever he's marked the ball, any angle, he would go right foot set shot, left foot set shot.
That is bizarre.
Right, left, right, left, right, left. Because it was just his thing. That is crazy skillful to do. Could you imagine?
Nope.
Neither can I, because I can't kick left foot.
No.
So you're on the right side of the goal. You've just kicked one with your right. Can't snap it, because guess what? In my head, wired to have a shot with my left foot. Unreal. Yeah. I want him to bring it back in the league. Bring it back. I want to see it in the flesh.
Yeah.
So hopefully he does. But he was really good. Paddy Cripps was back to being Paddy Cripps. Put the team on his back. And this win it's nice that we just put a nice, healthy amount of wallpaper on some very large cracks. That's what this is. And I'm okay for that to happen. And we go into summer being like, we know that if we take off this wallpaper, it's ugly. So let's just leave it there for a bit until we replace it.
Yep.
I'm happy with that.
Enjoy the view.
Yep. And the D's just find a new way to disappoint their fans. I feel like they're very upset about how the season has gone, as they should be. A lot of D's fans are saying after this game that this wasn't a bad loss because it means they're one step closer to sacking Goodwin, and they're very much on that bandwagon again. geez, they are angry. And there's a lot of anger, love, hatred, passion inside those four walls.
All good, tumultuous relationships are like that. You got to have every piece of that pie.
You do. And they just have, we say it all the time, they've had the same problem over and over again for the last few seasons. They get a heap of inside 50s, and then no one can kick them now except for Cozzy Pickett.
Yes.
Like, that's literally, their issue is literally blaring in the face.
Well, that's the good news.
That's the good news. You know how to fix it. Go and fix it. Like, surely after you win a flag, and then you don't make, or you go out in straight sets after, and you miss a finals, you go, you know what? I think the issue is, like, getting the ball inside a forward line isn't the issue.
Not a problem.
It's just, have we ever thought about maybe the players inside the forward line not being able to kick the goals? Is that, like, something we'd want to discuss? Nah, I think we're good. I think we're very good what we got here. No, doesn't exist. So, thank God they have Cozzy. Because he kept him in this game again. He's so exciting. He's going to be so exciting for so long. He's on his big deal, getting that bag. 5 goals, 23 touches. Now, the big news here is Stephen May is going to Bali for sure, or football jail, either or. Hit on Francis Evans. Now, I don't think he meant this one. I think he was hard done by. But the way that the game is now, like, we know, the days of you being like, I'm going to run as hard as I can at this 50-50 contest and not slow down, those days are probably gone.
Yeah.
Because if you get it slightly wrong, or in this case, if you're slightly half a second off and you make the wrong call in that small window, which we know it is, then you're in so much trouble if you collect them, and especially if you knock that person out. So, like, a lot of stuff online was like, he's a dog act. I don't think that's true. I think he just got it wrong. And, like, obviously really wrong. But I don't think it was a dog act where he went to sniper a bloke. He just got it wrong.
And I'd also argue in some of those 50-50s as well, it feels like even when you get it right, you'll be punished.
Exactly.
So it is dumb.
We're just in the age of football where you just cannot run full pelt now. You actually have to let the other guy who's going to get there first get the ball first. And then you have to react off that. There's no more, let's just go run and, like, it'll be a football act. Football acts, it feels like, seemingly, they don't exist anymore. If you do something that is a football act, they will say deliberate. Like, everything has a purpose now in what you do. So you can't do that anymore. So he's going to go straight to tribunal. That's never good when you go straight there. I think David King called for 6 weeks. I was like, okay, hold on. Tom Lynch punched some guy in the back of the head with a haymaker. That was 5.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be 6. So 3 maybe?
Yep.
It'd be like Jackson Archer's suspension. Remember early in the season, Jackson Archer got suspended because someone is... It's one of those ones where didn't mean it, but going to go and spend a bit of time in Bali. And then I also have my notes here, Bailey Fritsch needs a rebrand with the hair.
Oh, man, it's time.
It is time.
The thing hasn't moved in 6 years.
He'd have gel in that hair that he had in since he got drafted. It doesn't move. It's so just slick back, and I rate how much it's manicured and put together and slick, but need a rebrand.
And
what's he hiding under there?
Something. And keep in mind, he'd have an appointment every week, I reckon, for the sides.
He'd have a fade appointment every week.
Yep.
It's always faded. Always.
Are going to be a Wednesday?
I'd love to see him just rock a buzz.
Yeah.
Rock a buzz and see what happens.
But you also need to stop telling people to all have your hair cut.
Well, yeah, no one's jumped on that.
Yeah, to make you feel better about it.
I haven't got a general consensus if the buzz is working or not.
I think it is, to be honest.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You should get a buzz.
Yeah, no.
Okay, if you make Legends games, you think get a buzz?
Nope.
Okay.
If I kick 6, I will.
I might do a full Rory lob for the game.
Oh, you got to.
You
That
reckon?
or Dusty.
Yeah. I'll do something with the hair. Get a buzz.
Blonde wig.
Yeah, get Harley Reid's hair. Then we moved at the same time this game was happening out west for the Spoon Bowl. Oh boy, West Coast fans are angry. West Coast 56, Tigers 105. It is officially now getting ugly for the Eagles. This is as bad as it gets. The league has to step in here and end their season because this is getting really ugly. They're so bad. They are much worse than any other team in the league. They're officially the worst team. We knew that. But I've been going the angle that they're the best one-team win in the football history. I now think they're probably the worst one team in league history. It changes very quickly.
You can't be losing to a team that you like. That's their grand final.
Should have won.
Yeah, like you're going in being like, okay, this is a game for us at home.
You're at home against a team that is equally as bad. Adam Muze said after the game that there was Tigers players who had never been to Perth before. Like, that's their first experience, and their first experience is just being in the middle of a cauldron Optus Stadium, and they beat you. So it's real bad. Outside of Harley Reid in this game, nothing was good. He's now carrying this team officially and doing it by himself. It's his second season. He copped so much shit, but he's now lifting the Eagles on his back, and that's way too much for him to carry. He needs help, like especially in the midfield. I get that Tim Kelly might not want to play football. He said at the start of the year. He said his passion's not there. I get that. But when you sign a 2-year deal extension, find Tim Kelly again. Like it's kind of your job now to be like, I might not be what I was, but I just have to help Harley and go in the midfield and take some pressure off him. Where's Tim Kelly gone? He's lost his powers. Lost his powers completely. And I get that they've had some injuries, like Elliot Yeo was in there last season, that it made Harley a better footballer, because Elliot Yeo would do a lot of heavy lifting. But now it's just Harley Reid and a bunch of other guys, and that's just not a good situation at all. So I don't know. The fans aren't happy at all. This thing on TikTok, I'm not sure who it is, maybe ABC. They always put the mics outside the stadium. This is how the fans reacted to the Eagles getting absolutely spanked at home.
I'm just a very, very sad man right now.
My voice is gone and I do not feel good at all.
Crap.
We
can't rely on Harley Reid to get 30 disposals to not even get within 40 points to the second bottom ladder team. Their shit.
Have a crack, you blokes. I'm sick and tired of coming and wasting my night.
Look, they tried really hard, but they're just nowhere near as good as anyone.
Well, I think the Tigers kicked their ass today, and can you please not put this on TV?
It's the team. Like I've had enough.
They were shit. Your thoughts? Seriously?
We only needed 8 more goals.
I don't think I've seen a worse team in the AFL. I still love them though.
Boys, I love you to the death. That's why it hurts so much to see you lose.
Bullshit, that whole game.
Richmond, 50 plus? Nah, I'm going. They're West Coast special, mate. 3/4 time leave. I'm out of here.
I'll always support the Eagles, but yeah, it was a disappointing game.
The game's still going.
Probably the worst I've seen them play, ever.
Wow. So that is now becoming a thing, the West Coast special where you leave at 3/4 time.
Wow.
I feel for those fans because, as we said, those fans show up.
Yeah.
And they rock out every game and they get that fed to them. Most loyal fan base just getting disrespected by their own team. It's tough. It's tough. So they're down bad right now. Tigers fans, you'd be really happy. 2 wins in a row now. You only won 2 games last year. As you said, you gutted the whole club, pulled it out. Everyone thought you were going to win no games. Hand up, I did. So sorry. Got that completely wrong. Completely wrong. I apologize profusely to everyone in the Richmond Football Club organizations, staff, players, members, general fans. If your name is Richmond as well, I apologize to you. That was bad by me. You have now won 5 games this year. No one saw that coming. Not only have you won 5 games, you now got picks 2 and 3 in the upcoming draft. And still have some players to debut at the end of the year.
It's looking pretty good.
It's looking really good. You'd be stoked as a Tigers fan. And also just so quick. Like in this game, so quick. Like when they get the ball, which they've probably been an issue from the last month of footy, not having the ball. But when they do get it, they are lightning with the ball. So quick, so quick. All their kids are showing something. They have a system now that works. Like Adam Uze is the guy. I still think he's coach of the year. Put that out there. They've got depth in every position, which is awesome. And then got the mature players in the right places in the field. So midfield mature players, back mature players, forward mature players that help the young kids. Like they've done that very well. Unlike West Coast, who have done that very poorly. Like when West Coast traded pick 3 out for Matt Owies. And I know it returned a few like Liam Baker. And when they did that, oh God, not good. Not good. Where Richmond have done it so well. Morris Rioli had the greatest chase down in history they've ever seen.
Yeah, I was trying to toss up whether or not Lube on Brad Hill was better, but I think this is better.
This was amazing. That 100-meter chase through the middle of the ground with a dive at the end to drag him down, hunted him down. It was so good. Like that's a tackle that gives Hoff PTSD every time he gets the ball now. He'll just have in the back of his head, I'm getting chased down.
I think it's a good tackle when you do something like that and then all of a sudden everyone sort of feels like there needs to be an award for the best tackle.
Yeah.
And that's not really been a
thing
topic
we've ever done.
But you see that and you're like, that deserves something.
Yeah. It's bad for Hoff as well when you know that happened to you because he had so much time running through the middle of the ground and you just know immediately that's going to be everywhere on social media, in papers, me getting chased down. It was unreal. His pressure was really good as a forward. Like he's coming to his own.
He turned into a goal as well.
Yeah. That chase down?
Yeah.
It
was big.
He's going to be a good player. So they were really good, the Tigers. And that's all we can want. As a Tigers fan, you want to go to the games and just say, let's compete. If we get a win, it's great. But most likely we're not going to win. So they'd be so happy at Tigerland. The Eagles now, they aren't asking for a compensation pick or a package, but maybe we give them one.
What would you give them?
They need something. McGovern retires, get nothing. She retires, which I don't know if they get anything for him. Elliot Yeo's injured, so it's not really a conversation pick, but they gave away pick 3, which is dumb. Like, just need to give him something maybe. And then everyone's going to argue, but they won a grand final a couple of years ago, a few years ago. They don't need anything. They're really bad. Need to give him something. Can't believe you lost to him.
Good point.
That's going to hurt because in some kind of weird
I keep
trivia at the pub in 10 years' time. Be like, the West Coast Eagles in 2024, 2025 only won one game. Who'd they beat?
Man, I keep forgetting that they've only won the one.
That's bad.
That is bad. I'm rooting for them big time.
Yeah.
Second half, like, come on.
You need Eagles win to make yourself feel better. Every Saints fan does. A lot of pressure. And then we go to your game at GMHBA Stadium. Cats 113, Saints 82. This game was over before it started. I don't know if anyone saw this. So Catman out here is it placing a curse or was he trying to lift a curse? Because the Saints hadn't beat you guys down there since 1999.
It could have been a different game to do it
I'm
too.
not really sure, but yeah, you were going to win this game, Catman. You didn't need to do a curse. So do you want to listen to the curse?
Please do. And just before you play it,
yeah.
For people out there, just listen to the start. He's definitely got a witch in, which we love.
Yeah, we can't say that, but he's definitely got a witch there for sure.
And he tells her to be quiet.
Yeah.
And it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Everyone, Saturday afternoon. Not yet, please wait. Today's the day we break the spell for Geelong's loss, and we are going to unbreak the spell. We're going to have a winning chant, and we'll go straight through to the grand final and win that as well. But I've got to get this right. You miss one word and you ruin it. I have my spiritual advisor friend here, Sister Elaine.
Which?
She will be my Christian Catholic advisor, and she's quite frightened with this ritual in case I get it wrong. So she's going to guide me, and she's going to do a Hail Marys while I do this, just to keep me
just a friend of his,
so
not even a witch.
Just try and ignore Sister Elaine. She's
so
great, she's a good friend, many years. I've just pulled her out of the church. She's been great coming. Normally I can't get her out of the church. So
irrelevant.
But she came to me especially for today. So I'm going to now perform a ritual.
She doesn't want to be there.
It's got to be done on a set day. It's got to be tapped my hands to my knees in a dum-de-dum-de-dum pattern. And then I've got the incense burning. It's got to be done on a set day. So here we go. This is the 5 chance to unbreak a spell. Okay.
What spell? There's no spell on you.
It's on 2 pages. Betwe, Noridale and Westdale. Betri, Noridale, Estdale. Betri, Noridale, Estdale. Waste-mum on Triowum. Waste-rum on Triowum. Waste-mum on Triowum. Swilliga, Ichthios.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do. So the witch that he can't call a witch is there just speaking English. He's like, shut, not yet, please. Relax. I'm not ready yet. I don't know what he was trying to unspell. But whatever he did, whatever weird shit he did then, it worked.
But, sorry, 2 losses in the last 4 games. It's not really, that's in very entitled areas.
Yeah.
If, we need to get to that level.
Okay, so he did that. The game was over as soon as it happened. As soon as Sister Mary was there, it was over. So, tough trip for you and the Saints. I'm going to be bad cop here.
No.
I know.
Shock horror.
No. Well, listen, I've actually been one of your biggest fans last month.
That's true. You have.
I said you've got great young talent. I've been tipping you. I've been putting the belief behind you. You don't get enough shit about winning the same amount of games as Richmond this year. I feel like we always give the Saints an out of just being mediocre and having honourable losses. No one comes for them. And maybe it's because we just feel bad for you all the time. But if there was a ladder for honourable losses, St Kilda would be so far clear. Now lost 5 in a row. You're so close to being a good team, and at the same time, so far away from being a good team. And you guys just fly on the radar of they're just St Kilda, we'll just leave them alone.
Yeah.
You guys are ass. In the nice way, no offense. You guys are shit at football. Thoughts, questions, queries?
Oh, I don't know if we're shit at football. That feels harsh.
You've won the same amount of games as Richmond.
Well, yeah, as someone pointed out to me, this was one of my favourite interactions. He said, "Oi, Big Ollie, guess what? We've now won the same amount of games as you." And I replied with, "That's awesome, mate. Congratulations. That was a huge win." He saw it, didn't respond.
No,
so killed him with kindness. Oh, it wasn't ideal.
No.
It was always going to happen. One, we had the spell, and we also haven't won there since the 90s, I believe.
Yeah, it was never going to work for you, was
so
it?
he's like, that's okay.
Guys, just we don't give you enough shit.
I wouldn't want any more shit coming our way, to be honest. We can only carry a certain amount.
I mean, it was, yeah.
We're so due, it's not funny. We need a win because we've had Cats, Sydney, Freo, Collingwood. There was another good team in Hawthorn. And we've been thereabouts for all those games.
Yep.
So I recognise that we're so close, but it does feel far.
It feels far away, like really far away. If Nas leaves, talk about ripping souls out. That would generally, I can rip the soul out of every Saints supporter.
So good.
Because he's keeping you in games single-handedly.
Yeah.
You probably want to offer him $2 million. It's not often that you get early in the season and you set someone's value so high with so many rounds left. And in a rare case, Nas has not only met that expectation of he's worth that much of potential, put more zeros and higher digits on that contract, which is wild behaviour. So no wonder he's rethinking every week and not signed yet, because every week it's a situation of that was the $1.3 million offer. Because you've had 36, 2 goals and 10 clearances here against Geelong, we've now got to change the print on that contract to $1.4 million.
Well, he's almost pricing himself out of the whole AFL.
Yes.
He's going to have to change careers.
Be the first player to go to the NFL and get some money because he's playing so well. It's what he might be too good to stay at St Kilda. I know that Ollie's about to cry. I just feel Ollie's eyes watering here. He's so good. So I don't know, like Saints. I don't know who you have coming up. What your run home is, but
we've got the Demon. We've got a favourable draw.
Okay.
I think we've got like the Bombers. We've got North.
You just need to win one. Just win one, because you're so close and so far, and no one's going to bring it up. I guarantee it, because it's just St Kilda, and we're just used to it. And I feel for you guys. I'm hard because I feel for you guys. It's very much like a proud parent coming in saying, "Look, I'm not angry at you, but I'm just disappointed because you show so much and you're not applying yourself."
You know what'll happen?
What?
We'll win the next 5. We'll move up the ladder. Miss out on a great draft pick. Oh, fantastic!
That's the worst bit now.
We'll finish in 9th.
Yeah, you're now going to shoot yourself in the foot by playing good football and just screw yourself even more in the future.
Yep.
Man, come on. I mean, the Cats just do this. They were always going to win down there, so they got a big win. Jeremy Cameron, unreal. Got a hold of Swedish King.
Yeah, not his best, but that's
okay. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. A guy who has never spoken a word of English.
Yeah,
he doesn't really understand the structures yet. He's just playing off what he sees and what he knows.
The guy's flat out at IKEA.
Yeah.
What do you want from him?
Yeah, he's struggling to understand the game plan because of the language barrier. So he'll get there, but he got a hold of it. Jeremy Cameron's wrapped up the Common, you think. So,
yeah.
I mean, the only way he doesn't win the Common now, you'd think if he has some kind of freak farming accident or if he's lifting some hay bales and hurts his back, it's very much around his neck. So that's his. And the Cats here just do what they always do. They go about their business, they make finals, and then we all turn around and act surprised when we're like, oh, they have 2 home finals. That's really weird. Oh, it's a Cats home game of the MCG. They're arguing. They're not happy with it. Like, they always do this. They're always around. Now they have to make the next step of being in a grand final to justify them being so good for so long. Mm-hmm. But they're so good. They're just stacked everywhere. The only thing that might get in the way, I mean, Tom Stewart's injured again. That's not good.
Yep.
The only concern there is do they have weaknesses? Because when they get, or is it a case because when they get bad teams, they just play to a bad team level?
I don't think they've got many weaknesses, do they?
Yeah, but the vibes
really.
changed on them a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they got something. Whiteout game against Brisbane when they got.
Yep.
There's something there that I feel confident that they do some damage, but also I look at their games and go, oh, there's something that makes me nervous. Mm-hmm. But they win. That's all they know. Farming and winning, and that's all you need to know down there. GMHBA, I think the stadium staff and organisers are now trolling every team that goes down there. So I heard reports yesterday that when St Kilda kicked a goal yesterday, they didn't play the replay of the St Kilda goal. They'd play a replay of Jeremy Cameron's goals that he kicked like in the quarter before. And they create like this small funnel for Saints fans to get into the game. So Saints fans who had got to the game 20 minutes before the bounce couldn't get into the game. I think they're fucking with the fans out there. I generally think that. They're doing something there to create like a cauldron where only Geelong fans obviously benefit from being there.
When you've got Catman as your number one fan, anything's possible from the dodgy side of things.
Yeah, they push the line, the Cats.
Yeah.
I respect it. So they're going to win there. They move on, and they just keep doing what the Cats do.
The good thing is, can I just take a moment to say Max Hall is becoming almost my favourite player.
Yeah. Massive car too.
He is building towards... I actually love him.
Yeah. He's doing some things. He's coming out of nowhere too. Ever since you said that he couldn't get into Marvel because the size of his car was too big with the antennas, I've loved him since then. So that's awesome. He's good.
He really is.
Was he playing for like a local football club?
He was a mid-season pick and just,
Wow. Yeah, great. He's awesome. He's just a hard nut of football pressure, which we love. Then we move to the Loudhouse. Here we go. This was unreal. Freo win by a point, 79-78. What a win. What a game of football. Freo's best win of the season, potentially a top 3 win in their history. This was unreal. This Fremantle team is good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. Josh Longmire had his critics all year about how they play, and when you lose, it mounts up that maybe that messaging is getting through to players. Has he lost them? But it's got through so far now that they're playing a great brand of football. They're playing this new brand of quick football. They've won 8 of the last 9, and they're now sitting in the 8, just outside the top form percentage. What a win here. This was unreal. Like, I swear Justin Longmuir is kind of a adrenaline junkie, because he has Freo's hearts pounding. Like, the fans of Freo fans are just going off every game. This was a good one going off, but normally when they're leading, it goes off. Like, he must just love adrenaline. Does it all the time. This game was unbelievable. A good heart attack they had. Their attack in the last 10 minutes, unreal. Awesome. They looked the best they've ever looked. It was so quick. I didn't know Fremantle had a gear like that.
No.
We've been labeling them as this boring team that has a boring game plan. They clicked a gear yesterday that was something we haven't seen. It was so quick. It was lightning off halfback in the midfield. They had Collingwood running to chase them. It was just an amazing brand of football. So 16 minutes left. They do a reverse Collingwood. They're down by 20 at the Loud House. Collingwood fans pack out the G. So it was just a coliseum of Collingwood fans. They're down by 20. You think there's no way. There's no way. And then some big moments that define the game. O'Meara in general was just good. Mm-hmm. Got it going. I felt like kicked a goal in the last as well. That kind of started the Freo comeback. Jai Amos takes this floating awkward mark, goes back, kicks the goal, had his troubles. Luke Jackson then takes so many big grabs around the ground last quarter. That big one as well. Forward to kick a goal, draw it even. And then Luke Ryan had this one-hand grab in the DAC 50. With so many moments here. Josh Tracy's mark at the end. Mm-hmm. Man, what an absolute game for the Fremantle Football Club. They were amazing. It's just a team, when they play like that, they're going to be really hard to stop. Really hard to stop. And Collingwood had no answers for them. Late in the game, Collingwood, when it was, I think, in dying minutes, Collingwood started doing this weird late tactic where it was like they were just rushing Freo players but not tackling them, which is so smart. So as Freo would want to be holding the ball up, contested footy, get stoppage, repeat stoppages, get the clock winding down like that way. Collingwood just wouldn't let him. Collingwood would even jump on him. If they were on the ground, Collingwood kind of just put their body on him, hands out, and almost herd him into a spot. Yes. So they have to get the ball out. It was really, really weird, but so clever that they were trying to force Freo to do a loopy handball or get out into space where Collingwood set up. That is ball knowledge for Craig McRae to even implement that or think about it, and one, to train it. In dying stages, if the game's even or down by 1, and it's in our front half, don't tackle them. Just rush them and hurt them and let them force it out so we can get a turnover. That's scary. They know how to do that.
It's interesting.
It's so scary. So they did that. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I still feel the same way against Collingwood, as good as it was to see and how much I enjoyed it. And when the siren went, it felt like I was floating above the MCG. When you call my name, I say a little bit, I want to take you there. That was awesome, but I still feel like Pies are just a really good unit and very scary for the league still.
Yeah, that's very true. But just from Freo's perspective, I think, God, what a moment, because you're watching the end of that game, and I just said, I've seen this film before.
You know where it goes.
I know what's happening here.
Yep.
And to break that and show the maturity was incredible.
Just to be down, and then you're sitting there going, there's no way. It's the home to Collingwood. They're going to do it. And then to get in front, and as you said, seen the script before.
Yep.
I know Collingwood do some bullshit play where they get a ball out to Jamie Elliott. He sinks the hearts of Freo fans this time.
Yep.
We know what's going to happen. For them to come back and do it. And the way they did it, when I'm saying the ball movement was so quick, it was lightning. Hayden Young comes on, I think he was a sub, had some big moments. They're so quick, and if they play like that and make a top 4, that's why we said at the start of the year, maybe Freo could do some damage here. There's a big weapon out west. It's a purple weapon. It could do some damage. We're seeing now what it can do and how big and scary it is. I love Freo. I don't go for them, but I love the feeling that the Freo fans must have at the moment, that you just have a bunch of young, exciting players that are going to do some damage. They're now experienced enough, and you know your team can do it. You now know your team can do it.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome going to finals. So you'd think they lock themselves in the finals. Callum Sarong was awesome. Just awesome. Nick Dacos is always very good. We know that. He had 43, I think, in a goal. Caleb Sarong was just as awesome. 37 in a goal. Some late moments he had in the game. And just a bull. I think he took on Bo McCreary late in a game, and Bo McCreary was tackling the house down, and decide the balls to be like, I know Bo McCreary's tackled all game. I'm going to try and run through him. Man, he was great. Pat Voss. I love Pat Voss. He's now entered my top 5 players I'd take a bullet for.
Who's in there?
Voss, Isaiah Dudley.
Yep.
Paddy Cripps, obviously. Bont and Heaney.
And probably extend it for Alex Taro, you would have thought.
Oh, yeah. It's the top 6 players. So
Yep.
Pat Voss is in there. The way he celebrates, he's either going to injure himself or someone else when he celebrates. The high five velocity and power he gives to his teammates, you'd
huge.
almost not want to go for one because you could break your hand. I love his energy. And a ball. He had a scrap with Braden Maynard, and the first time I was like, oh, Braden Maynard's going to get fucked up.
Yeah, that's a rare feeling.
You don't want Pat Voss with a head full of steam coming at you like a bull, raving a red flag. Like, he is literally a bull, and when he sees the goals, it's like a red flag. He goes 100. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He is so good. I love him. I can't believe Essendon got rid of him. So now Essendon losing this as well. Someone was saying he won Essendon's VFL, best and fairest, and then they decided to flick him then. Boy, Essendon
For what? Do you know
messed up.
Can you remember what?
Celebrating too hard.
No, what did they get in return? Anything? Or did they
I
just
think they
literally
listed
got
him,
rid of
didn't
him?
they?
Far out. That's
Man, that's down bad. If you're Essendon, you're going, this is just the worst. This guy's a stud. The worst. So he was awesome.
So do you know his nickname?
No.
The Prancing Pony.
Oh, I did know, actually, yeah.
That's great. I didn't know that.
He's great. Got a bit of strut about him.
Yeah.
I love him so much. We've got to get around him. We've got to protect him with everything we've got. We must protect him. Andy Brayshaw pulling out Angus's helmet was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Now, I did think for a large part of the first half that maybe the helmet was too big. Just with a few missed handballs and kicks. I thought maybe he was just wearing Angus's helmet just for like the nostalgia and heartwarming moment that it would have been. Because just like, okay, are we just sure that it's not, he hasn't just put it on, does it fit his head?
Yeah.
Because Angus has a big head.
Sure.
Andy, I didn't think has a big head. So I did think maybe it's over his eyes. Has he asked for a bell to be in the ball so we can hear where it is? Like, is that kind of where we're going with it? But I love that he was wearing it. It had the energy that Angus brings, the way he played. It was awesome. 2 rucks, works for Freo. We can argue, does not what I've been one that says it doesn't, but I think now that it's gelling, it's working, they're playing together more and more, it definitely works. If one doesn't get you, the other will. Jackson can go around the ground, take marks. Darcy is also trying to get forward a lot and kick goals. He's doing that. So when they do that and Darcy can get forward more, it works. I love everything about this Freo team. They should be so happy about this. They should put their eyes in September and start making some plans because that was absolutely awesome by Freo.
Yep.
Unreal.
Well said.
Unreal. As I was at the game, I said, Pies fans scary. I was going into the death pit. Like, that's very much that's my enemy territory. When you go into the Vipers pit, not going to be good. And look, they're great. Pies fans are great. Most of them came up to me and was like, yep, very funny. Awesome. I was like, you sure you mean that? I've really come hard for you. They're also very scary and very funny. They don't believe, Pies fans, that the other team get free kicks. It's like a new world to them. As soon as a free kick goes the other way, they freak out and go, that's bullshit. The last one at the end where Bolton gets taken high by Crisp, it was high. It was high. If you take your Pies goggles off, it was very high. The only way they'd honestly believe it felt, would be if Bolton's head rolled off his shoulders.
Yeah, and they go, okay.
Get up. You got the free kick. You're already injured. Get up. Like, they don't believe the other team get free kicks. I get off on that sickly, that they don't believe it. It's hilarious. Like, the other team can get free kicks.
And they had more free kicks anyway.
They had more.
Which is brilliant.
You had more. So, I just said, though, I feel like the Pies, they'll work it out. They'll be fine. It's a little bit concerning that they had the first half last week against the Suns, they didn't score. It's a little bit concerning where they didn't do the bullshit Magic Collingwood thing that they normally do where if they're up, they win. If they're behind, they find a way to win. Maybe a little bit. Fly after the game. Now, I know he's having a laugh with this, but also people didn't really like the tone of it. So I'll play it here what he said about Freo first, about the way they play, and then he speaks about the ruck situation as well for himself.
Fremantle were really, really good when they needed to. When they needed to get the job done, they really came hard. They play a good brand of footy when they're up and going fast, isn't it? Like, maybe they should play a bit more of that at times. It's a good version of it.
Okay. So, but like, he's obviously leaning into everyone saying that they play a boring game style. So I got that. A lot of people saying, oh, maybe you should worry about playing your own fucking football. A lot of that stuff going on in the comments. So that, and then he had a conversation about the 2 ruck situation and how he pretty much said he'd prefer his ruckman taking marks rather than winning hitouts.
Of Darcy Cameron today, how did you assess his duel with both rucks?
Oh, Darcy Cameron is at the peak of his powers because you got Jackson and Darcy, their version of it, a very good duo, and Darcy marks the ball. Now, I think that separates him. You can have your hit-outs to advantage. I'll take the marks, thanks. Yeah, well, he's just really important. He just got sticky fingers.
So the only thing I would say about that, as a ruckman, it is very important to get the hit-outs.
What's your job?
Yeah.
Would you say that?
I'd say in the job resume, as a ruckman, your application strength would be hit-outs.
Yes.
And then the
To
additional-
advantage.
Yeah. And then the additional thing would be like, and can mark it around the ground. But your number one is hit-outs. So just a little bit of sign there. Now, I liked him having a little cheeky dig at like they should play. I think that's awesome for the game.
Yeah.
I love shit like that. I love when we like go at each other. And instead of old man media, be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He said something about
Whoa.
he said something about the team. Oh, no, here comes a story for 4 days. I love that. I love that he had a dig. I also love that he's backing his players. But I just thought maybe your ruckman should probably get hit outs as well. So the wheels aren't falling off. They're very good. The vibes are very different than it was 2 weeks ago. And now, ever since I announced I'm coming out of retirement, the Blues are 1-0. The Pies, 0-1. Pies are also 0-2 since the curse I put on them. A lot of fans in my DMs. I know it's different because last week was abusive in the DMs. This week, very quiet with abuse.
Interesting.
So a little bit of seed like, oh shit, maybe we are cursed here. Like that's the vibe I was getting.
I think we'll know for sure. This weekend they've got the Tigers.
Yeah.
So if Richmond do that,
oh my God,
they're 100% cursed.
That's That's confirmed. That's confirmed. I'm not going to lift the curse. As I said, I know it's different. The abuse was bad. I only got called a gimp once this week, which was good. So the week before, I got called gimp a lot. So this one was by Sienna Cuttajar. You keep going in Collingwood games, you gimp. Don't even want to go to your own games because you already know how that's going to end up, you dickhead. Now, I think she left the D off, so I think she meant dickhead.
Oh, sure.
Unless dickhead is like a new TikTok sledge I don't know about. So she called me a gimp. That was good. Only get called gimp once as well. So well done. Well done, Freo. Collingwood fans. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It was great for Australia to see you lose again. I mean, that's our fuel. We get off on it. It's like just awesome.
Kept us going.
As a league, it's awesome. It starts your week right.
Yes.
Especially on a Sunday. You see a melt. Love it. Love it. Also, we did see one of the worst 50s all year in this. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh, yeah.
So it took up 18 rounds to call out dissent, we feel. And the dissent was the Freo player pointing at the screen.
Yeah.
That was a 50.
It's just not.
What is it? A bloody Smith Street tax, is it?
Yeah. Pay that up.
Yeah. That's and then the Collingwood fans have the decency and nerve to complain about umpiring. We got that 50? I don't think so. How dare you? So that was really weird. Then we moved to the graveyard shift. So it actually was a graveyard shift at the end. We thought it was going to be game of the round. Adelaide 107, Suns 46. Suns didn't turn up at all. It's confirmed now that if you keep a team goalless in the first half of a game, the next week you have to give up scoring a goal in that first half. So they didn't kick off the first half. Game is over straight away. Suns are frauds, confirmed frauds, and will be frauds until they make finals. Results went against them this week as well, I think, which finds them very much now having to win closing round against the Bombers on the Wednesday night. It would be the most Gold Coast Suns thing ever to be so deep into playing finals, to unravel and melt, to find yourself out of finals going into closing round, and then to lose to the Bombers in a game that means nothing to Essendon.
Nope.
Wow. So they're in that situation right now. That's their bracket. They're staring that down. After the game, Dimmer said about this game, he said, every good side I've been part of gets a kick in the nuts at some stage. Today was our kick in the nuts. That's a great way to describe
Beautiful words.
Yeah, that's a lot of nut talk getting around the league. So they got kicked in the nuts, as Dimmer said. In going into it, we thought this is going to be a great battle. Maybe the Suns can pull one off. If the Suns did pull it off here in Adelaide, we'd think of them as being a very legit chance. Not the case. Adelaide shut that down very quickly. If you go to Adelaide right now, you're going to get messed up. If you get Adelaide in the finals, you're going to get the business. You don't want anything to do with the Crows in September, especially at home. Away, maybe a slight slither, but if you get Adelaide, that's going to end up being a bad situation for you and your football team. Stay away from that if you can avoid it. They're really fun and dangerous. They're way more fun and dangerous than the Suns. What they did in the first half was scary. In the second half, put it aside, they put the cue on the rack. But first half, intercept. They were just like strong through contest. They were quick. They cut up everything the Suns had to offer, took everything off the Suns. It was unreal. Also a revenge game for him, given what happened at the Gold Coast early in the year with the Thriller and McAndrew stuff. So they bought that. They were nasty. Bit of spite and anger in them. I love that they have it in them. Didn't know they had it. I thought they were fun, like smiles all around, fun team. Nah, got a bit of nasty in them. I love that in a team. So they have that. It was awesome. Alex Newball had his first Crows generational game. Really good. Friend of the program.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
31-2. We had McAndrew Thrill second. Now, didn't get probably the attention we thought it was going to get.
Mhm.
They kind of just went their separate ways. Thriller won. I think he
Yeah.
had 6 marks and 2 goals. McAndrew was okay, but McAndrew is McAndrew's biggest problem. So angry. All the time. So, like, he's just so angry all the time, and he's got to learn now, if there's a dog in him, we love. But if it's so angry and wild, sometimes you need to take the dog to dog training. And you need to be like, hey, my dog in me can't control it off the lead.
We love our dogs.
Yes.
We take them to puppy school.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they're the best versions of themselves.
Yep. Yeah. Because you and I, we've got dogs in us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your dog can be your best friend or your fucking worst nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
see that dog coming out there, but
Yep.
put it back in the lead.
Yep.
Hey, everyone, I'm okay.
Hey, sit.
Sit, boy.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay. That's what we do. So he needs to work out, do you have a German Shepherd, like Rottweiler in you? For sure. We can train that. Dimmer needs to learn how to train it because he's angry all the time. He's giving up goals. The Suns just, like, out of this game, we know that Adelaide Wagon, legally petrified after this. The Suns just, yes, they're fun and dangerous. They're not scary and dangerous. When they go inside 50, Ben King doesn't leave the forward 50. I honestly have not seen him on a wing outside the 50 in 5 years. Like, so if he's not marking inside 50, you literally have no one else to take a grab for you. But close my eyes, Ben Long maybe in the lead every now and then, but Jed Walter's not going to mark the ball for you. So it's Ben King marking it, or you just have to crumb. Like, there's no other options or clear paths to goal, which is very concerning. So I don't know if this is a mulligan game we give them because every team gets one. Have they had one? They lost to Richmond.
Yep. That feels more like a mulligan because, as we just said, you don't want anything to do with Adelaide right now.
So we're going to give a mulligan for it?
Well, I just think that was probably always going to happen, wasn't
Okay.
it?
All right, we'll give them a pass.
Yeah.
Give them a mulligan
Because I think the conversation was very much if they walked in there and won, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been crazy.
You know.
Yeah. In hindsight now, we should look at this and gone, Adelaide and Adelaide are a problem for anyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Mulligan game for them. But what at Adelaide? I'm that bandwagon on Adelaide. I don't know if Port fans jump on an Adelaide bandwagon. Is that something they do
Nope.
or not? Okay. Well, they'll be trying to burn that bandwagon down because that bandwagon is got no brakes on it. Like, that is flying downhill to the MCG. They're really good. So that's the round of football. The round coming up, we'll preview on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Rivalry round.
I know.
We have been used to pray for teams like this. This is awesome. Awesome. We got the Battle of the Bridge, we're allowed to call it that, the Showdown, Q Clash, the Derby as well.
Yep.
Freo might do the funniest thing ever and lose to the Eagles. Like, Paddy Voss is going to go off his head. He's going to go bunter. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So we'll do that next episode. Thank you for tuning in and doing football with us. Thanks for keeping it stiff.
Yep.
We'll see you all again on Wednesday to unpack a wild and exciting round 20.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.